para buscar aquí. Tenemos una carta de introducción.
Immediately upon arrival at San Lucas, the team present themselves and their official documents to the Presidente. Many caves have considerable religious significance and are also believed to contain gold. The support of the Presidente is vital in overcoming the fears and superstitions of the villagers to intrusions by outsiders. With the help of the Presidente, a house is found to accommodate the team at the nominal rent of £10 or $15 per month. The team's first priority is to locate a cave known locally as Borovitz. But surprisingly, it takes 2 days to locate, even though the entrance is described as large enough to hold a house. While the efforts of the main team are devoted to finding the elusive Borovitz, Dave Gill and Gail Searby decide to investigate an obvious rising halfway up the nearby hillside.
Yeah, managing. Just.
As they climb up the steep slabs of the dry riverbed, they are not optimistic. Although the cave entrance is obviously well known, the locals say that the cave itself is insignificant and does not extend very far.
Let's have a look up here again, Alice. Could be
yeah, right, so there might be another way in up there.
Some crosses up here, no?
Oh, that's significant.
The cave is known locally as Veshtukok, and at first sight seems to confirm what they've been told.
There's an entrance here.
Gail Searby explains.
Veshtukok was the most unusual cave, with the very small entrance. Then just down below the entrance was the lake.
What does it look like around there?
Not so good, actually.
We really weren't at all excited when we went in there. We just thought we'd have a swim around the lake. It didn't seem possible that there could be a cave on the other side.
Hold on. Yeah, there seems to be an airspace on the other side. I'll have a duck through and have a look. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, it looks big, Gail. I'll just be away the line.
You're here, Dave.
Come on through. Looks like it's going, Gail.
Okay, just a second. Oh, wow, it's really big.
Hey, it looks it.
Great. Have you been thorough on that?
No.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
The first impression of the cave was the tremendous beauty of it. And you really didn't want to touch anything for fear of putting a fingerprint on the style or disturb the water to muddy it up, because it really was incredibly beautiful when we first went in.
What's this?
Yeah, that looks like a lake, but I don't think it's salt.
Oh, we have a swim again now.
Looks that way. Deep. We have to swim.
Dave Gill recalls his first reactions to their amazing discovery.
To us it was completely sort of mind-boggling to walk along immense passages that you know that nobody's ever walked along before.
Getting big.
We were incredibly excited when we first got through and we started wandering along the really big passageway right at the very beginning.
Woo! Hey, it's a good echo.
I was trying to control my excitement so that I wouldn't be disappointed later on. You know, all the way through the trip so far, up in San Cristobal, every cave would be a disappointment. And I kept thinking, well, this is the one, it's really going to go. And I didn't dare say too much because I kept thinking, well, what if it doesn't?
Really nice formations on that.
Yeah, they're all falling over.
Loads of style around here. Oh, really weird angles there.
wonder what's causing that. There's been a lot of collapse around here, hasn't there? By the looks of things.
Probably a landslide.
Look at the angle of that.
That's really crazy. It's a really beautiful one. It's a fantastic angle.
Still going. The enticing thing about Vestacott was this rumble of water that you could hear from a great distance. It was obviously a big river, and we at first thought that it was the major river, the main river from San Cristobal, and we could hear it from a great distance. It was a very low sound, but if you were very quiet you could hear this rumble. Ginormous.
Never going to believe it when we go back and tell them about this.
Oh, I don't think the lads will believe it. They'll think we're kidding them.
Pretty tremendous, isn't it?
Sound of that stream's coming closer.
It's quite a good roar now, but it's a big one. Do you think we'll go all the way to San Cristobal?
Oh, it's a big dark mass ahead. I think we've come to the edge of a pitch.
Yeah, throw the ladder down. Brilliant.
It was very enticing to see an enormous great black space with a river at the bottom.
The tantalizing possibility for Dave and Gail is that the river they can hear rumbling in the distance is the river that can lead them back up to San Cristobal, over 5,000 feet above them.
How's it looking?
I think the ladder reaches. I'm not sure though.
Oh, good.
Just go a bit further down. Really muddy and horrible down here. Looks like I'm dropping down into a huge gallery, Dave. There's just enough ladder. It's going to be exactly right.
Right, okay.
Okay, Dave. Give me slack. I'm down.
Good size of this place. Oops.
Oh, bloody hell. See the size of this place,
Don't know where the way on is. Could be around here. You try down in this gully. Caving's a little bit different than climbing. When you get to the top of the peak, you know you're at the top. But with caving, you never know what's round the corner. And you don't want the cave to finish. Is that light down there, Gail?
So no, it's getting narrower as we go down towards the water. It will probably be sumped.
Oh, surely
Have a
not.
look.
Can't be a sump.
Oh, it can't be in a passage this size, surely.
I think it is a sump, you know?
Do you reckon?
Yeah, it is. Can you see an airspace anywhere?
I don't know, there's just a possibility over there. There's a little archway, but there won't be much air.
Yeah. Well, try swimming across with this bit of chlorine line and have a look.
See a bit of an airspace, Gail. Not much you want.
Are you going to be able to get through, do you think?
I don't know, I'm going to try though.
Is there a the other side?
Don't look much. Might be worth a try though. Okay, Gail, I'm through!
There's always that slim possibility that you might be able just to get through that sump. I mean, all you can see is water. It's the end of the cave. Now, if you can overcome that, well, that's brilliant.
That's it. Looks big. Yeah. I think we're into something. Looks like it. Getting bigger again here, Gail.
Yeah.
When you're exploring these new caves, it isn't always obvious which way you're going to go. You have to look at every possibility as you go past them.
So the river's coming out here.
It's usually a good indication where the water's coming out, that the passage could continue on up through there. So everything has to be looked at.
How's it
Just
looking,
have a look
Gail?
where the river's coming from.
Gives you along.
Here, I'm on to that in a minute.
Look like he's going.
Hey, it's deep here. No, it comes through a tiny crack in the roof. looking about us.
Maybe the way arms up there with that boulder slope.
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably one of the most exciting caves I've ever been in, that nobody had ever seen it before. It was completely, utterly new. It's like a totally different world. You almost felt you had to tiptoe through it in case you disturbed anything.
In a way, I suppose you felt that you were intruding upon something that you really wasn't supposed to be there. You again got a feeling that the cave belonged to you, and you didn't want to leave it.
It's like it could be a sump.
It's like a sump to me. So if it doesn't finish here.
Could go on to the left there. Tell you what, just take this and I'll swim across and have a look. Got it?
Yeah, come on. Look at that one.
Not looking good.
Can you see under the archway?
Can't see an airspace anywhere. Blank walls all round.
Have a really good look under that arch.
In my opinion, there was no chance of even trying to get through it without a diving mask. But with reaching 2 sumps and managing to pass them, I had a secret feeling that it just might go.
Is that it then?
Looks like it. Unless there's something over here.
What is it?
I feel the way on here, but it's deep underwater.
Many resurgences along here.
Spotted a hole still at the bottom of that scar. The black.
That scar over there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bottom of it.
Come on.
While Dave and Gail had been making their discoveries in Vestikov, the remainder of the team had located the entrance to Borovitz. An altar at the cave entrance shows signs of recent attention. Candles have been burned in the last 24 hours and decorations have been put up.
Yeah, this one's fairly significant from the standpoint of a lot of water.
Steve Foster explains the religious significance of Borovitz.
We learnt about the myth of Borovitz when Guy was visiting the Presidente. Guy mentioned Borovitz, at which point the 2 ladies that were there discussing something else started crossing themselves, and it was in fact a very religious cave for them. It's an interesting cave as at the bottom of this 60-metre ramp there are 2 passages. The left-hand passage supposedly led to the devil. The right-hand passage supposedly led to visit God. We'd been seen visiting the left-hand passage, and there was some worry in the town that we were in fact devil worshippers. It also turned out that if one stood in a sunbeam, one was going to be stricken with the curse of Borovich and would become ill. Halfway up the slope in the entrance to Borovich was a coal-sighted-in Mayan urn containing water which dripped from the ceiling. Apparently by drinking of this water, one could not get affected by the curse of Borovich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Draft?
yeah, it's draft, but really unstable.
Undoubtedly the most important cave entrance in the area, Borovitz is blocked by a jumble of rocks, now populated only by bats. By now, the leads supplied by the local people are flowing fast and furious. Rio Salada is another promising cave further along the escarpment, the entrance of which is guarded by a beautiful and very deep lake.
All the climbing gear in there.
A 100 feet inside, Steve Foster climbs with the aid of expansion bolts to reach the only possible way on.
It became obvious during the aid climb that the cave was in fact very dry, very dusty. There appeared to be absolutely no airflow, and from the reaction of people sitting at the bottom, they seemed to be getting very tired and listless. Appeared to indicate CO2 build-up.
Some bats flying around up here.
There are any free climbing possibilities?
One more bolt, I think.
We were also a little bit concerned because there were a lot of bats in the cave and it was very dry and very dusty, and it seemed a possible indication that the cave could possess histoplasmosis.
Okay, yeah, I'll just put the wedge in there.
Oh, good. Yeah, can you see over the edge, Steve?
Nearly. Just one step up and... Closes down everywhere.